We got 3 more new kits for The Sims 4 last week, and it is very possible that you may have not even heard about these. They're just releasing kits so often now that it's basically impossible to keep up with. But we just got the kitchen clutter kit, which is actually really good. I really like this one. It is exactly as it sounds. It's a whole pack full of clutter for your Sims kitchens. We got the Golden Years kit, which is like an Elder Create a Sim kit. And we also got the Restoration Workshop kit, which is kind of like a garage pack without the actual garage part. There's no garage door or anything. Think of it a bit more like how the artist studio kit is for the painting skill. That's what this is for the handiness skill. So it's got like some tool clutter, some storage clutter, there's a new workbench, things like that. So the plan today is to build something on this 30 by 20 lot in Willow Creek. I like this one because it's kind of a corner lot, so we could have the house up here. Oh, I have no money. We could have the house up here and then maybe have like a little garage and some sort of fake driveway in the back. I want the garage to be like a full-on workshop space. We can put a debug car in the driveway. And then in the main house, we can have a super cute and colorful, very cluttered interior. I have actually done a couple of builds with these kits already, so I can link those down below for you. But this one is the most detailed, the most expensive, and uses the most packs. So I'm just warning you in advance. I actually built this live over on my Twitch channel. These kits came out on the first day of my fundraiser, so I was a little bit frazzled trying to do this build. And we actually raised like $60,000 while I was building this. Watching this footage back, I am amazed that I managed to get anything done during this stream. But I actually think that it turned out pretty cute. So let's just get into it and I'll kind of start walking you through what I've built here. Obviously starting with the garage because that is my favorite part of the entire build. I have been making fake garages like this for years in The Sims 4. So I was really excited to finally have some more stuff that actually works to make a real garage. Well, it's still not a real garage. It's still a fake garage. This pack is more like a workshop in a shed sort of style. It's not really a garage in the sense of the word that I was hoping for. I still want a garage door that looks like it rolls up. Like that is my dream, is to have a real looking garage door. We have a couple of fake ones. There's some from Debug that look like that. There's like a mural from City Living that kind of looks like a garage door, but it's not really a door. It's just things that you can put on the wall. And the garage door that I'm using is actually from Snowing Escape. It's just a really big sliding door, but it slides horizontally. I want a garage door that slides up, like how a real one would work. But we'll kind of get into the interior of the garage in a second. First, we have to start building the shell of the main house. And the main house is kind of small, at least it looks kind of small from the outside, but it's got a handful of bedrooms in there, and it's got a really weird layout. The shape of the downstairs is very strange. It almost kind of looks like that thing on the side could be a garage itself, but I wanted to keep the garage in the back so I could have some more space. In the end, there'll be a couple of bedrooms upstairs and a primary bedroom downstairs, and they're all just a little bit tiny. Because I was trying to go for this super cluttered look, I think the small rooms really add to that. We don't want like a big, vast open room. We want small spaces that are really nicely decorated. But you can kind of see the overview of the lot coming together a little bit better now. We have a backyard, but it's sort of like in the middle because the backyard is in between the garage and the main house. I do give them a pool still, although it's really tight back there. But again, we were going for small on purpose. That was the goal. I'm also gonna add things like hopscotch and basketball to the driveway. Like I was going all out, adding basically everything. When I tell you there's a lot of packs in this house, I wasn't kidding. I used way too many with this. But hey, I'm putting some base game columns around in the front there. Okay, but as I'm kind of starting to put the shape together here, let me just at least plug my fundraiser once. I know I mentioned it briefly earlier, but just in case you did not know, for the entire month of May, I'm doing a big fundraiser for St. Jude Children's Research Hospital over on my Twitch channel. We're doing a ton of fun streams. I started a new Sims Legacy challenge. I'm doing some random things, like I did a Lego building stream yesterday. And overall, it's just a good time. We're hanging out, we're having fun, we're playing Sims, and it's all for charity. So if you want to come by, I'm gonna link my Twitch channel down below and also my fundraiser down below. We built this on the first day. So if you see at any point like long pauses in the speed build, I tried to cut them out and like speed them up so it doesn't seem so bad. But just remember, this was the first day of the fundraiser. So there was a lot going on and I was a little bit more distracted than I am during like a normal regular day. But I guess I mentioned it just as like another warning that you might see some like weird parts of the video. Okay, I've got the floor plan figured out now though. So you can see I wanted to have a really big kitchen in this house. I was talking a lot about wanting to have small spaces, but the kitchen is not included in that because I want to have a lot of space to use all of the kitchen clutter stuff. So we have a really big kitchen in the front corner. This side that kind of looks like it could be a fake garage from the outside, that's where the primary bedroom goes. Plus there's a downstairs bathroom that's like an ensuite for them. There's a laundry room downstairs, and there's like a big downstairs bathroom for all of the Sims to access. Upstairs, we have 2 more bedrooms and also a smaller bathroom. We have a nice big dining room kind of back here in the corner where I just put those counters. I wasn't sure if I wanted to put the kitchen there, but I swapped it out and put the kitchen back to where it was originally, and we end up putting the dining room in that nook kind of like behind the stairs, and then the main space is the living room area. So it's all kind of like one big living space. There's a pretty big hallway by the front door, like where the staircase goes and over to the other bathrooms, but I put a desk in that area, so it's kind of like an office sort of nook. And this furniture you're watching me place right now, I promise is not the real furniture. Whenever I do speed builds like this, I love to put down just like random filler furniture because it helps me to visualize the scale of the room. I always give that disclaimer in these videos because sometimes I'm like, wow, that is a really ugly rug. But I promise it's not permanent. I was just putting it there so I could kind of see if the room fits a rug, and then we'll come back to it and change it out later. That's, I guess, a good tip for building floor plans. Sometimes it helps to just put some furniture down and like see the scale a bit more, because you can look at a big box of a room in The Sims and it seems big, or maybe it seems small, but then when you put a bed in it, you're like, oh, maybe it's not quite the right size. So it helps me a lot with laying everything out. Now, I don't really like how the windows look right now, but just keep in mind that we're gonna come back and add to them. I end up putting shutters and stuff, which really helps with the colors and it looks cuter this way. But I'm just starting with the garage because I was so excited about this. So the outside's like half done, moving inside for a second. And my goal here was to basically put all of the stuff from this pack inside of this garage space. So along the back wall, we have some storage. I have like woodworking tables, there's a water heater, there's clutter everywhere. And I was just kind of trying to figure out how to lay it out so it would all fit nicely. One thing that I wasn't super thrilled about is that there are a couple of appliances that you can fix up in this kit. There's a stove, a fridge, a microwave, and also like a coffee maker kettle thing. Love the small appliances for the kitchen counters, but weirdly, you can't place them anywhere except for on a kitchen counter. So there's nothing from the kit that you can actually place those fixer-upper appliances on. You would sort of expect that maybe they could go on those like back cabinets that I have, but no, they don't fit there because the back cabinets are technically just tables in game and the appliances have to slot to a counter. That's not really new. That's just how The Sims 4 works. Like all the appliances always have to go on counter items. You can't put any of the microwaves on any tables in the game at all. It's kind of like how a computer has to slot to certain things too, like it has to be at the right height. The real issue, I guess, is that those back tables are not counters. So I'm kind of frustrated by that because it meant that I had to put a base game counter in this room for me to be able to put those appliances somewhere. And I didn't want to put them in the kitchen because I like the idea of a Sim being out here fixing it up and then it going into the kitchen once it's done. So I don't know, I struggled with that, but we move on. I also put some of the pottery stuff in here. So we have the pottery wheel and also the kiln in this room. We have a woodworking table, there's storage boxes. That box that has the little plant icon on it actually opens up and you can literally put stuff in it. So if you have like a collection of frogs or something in your Sims household, you can put the frogs in there instead of their inventory. It's kind of like a second inventory. I say that, but I don't actually use those things very often because I've had issues with the game eating my stuff when I put it inside of those boxes. Most of it's okay. Like I would feel fine putting collectibles in there. I would maybe avoid putting photos of your Sims or like paintings they've made, things that are a little bit harder to get back because I would really hate for those to get broken or like disappear somehow. So just be careful, but it's still nice to have as an option. Along the back shelf, I put some random clutter. There's tool clutter from the new kit. There's also tool clutter from Growing Together, so I use that. I put some of the gardening clutter from the base game and from the garden kit. We have the little decor box from Seasons in here. And overall, I really like this room. I think the only downside of this garage is that I kind of regret not putting any workout equipment in here. Obviously, I prioritize other stuff. Like we've got a bunch of decor, we have the pottery stuff instead, but I really like to have space in the garage for workout equipment because I don't normally have places to put it in my Sims regular house. And I find that a lot of my Sims need the fitness skill. So when I have space for it, I like to try and put it, and this is the kind of place that I feel like is good space for it. But it's not the end of the world. Like it's totally fine. And also, if you were to play in this house, you could easily swap stuff out for what your Sim needs for their skills. Maybe you change pottery for a treadmill. Maybe you change pottery for like the microscope from the base game. I don't know. Maybe you want the cupcake machine. This could be a great place for the cupcake machine as well. I think I'm gonna start putting garages, fake garages in my Sims builds a lot more often now. know. I've always been doing it, like I've been adding these, but now that I have some more stuff for it, I'm about to get a lot more annoying. I'm gonna put these in so much more. Oh, and that thing also, I put like the little speaker from high school years. I have been really trying to put speakers more often. I feel like I mentioned that in a few different builds recently, but I'm trying to remind myself to use the music when I can. Because it's nice to have, it's good for parties, it gets your Sims fun up while they're working on stuff, so I added that in too. And now we are finally moving back to the outside to figure out some more of the exterior decor. You can tell how excited I was about the garage kit because I like started with that and didn't finish anything else and then like circled back and did the exterior again. But I put some roof trim on and now we're gonna start trying to figure out the color scheme. So I used a brick foundation again, which is like my favorite foundation in the game. I use it on almost all of my builds. I wish that we had some more brick foundations, but we do not. So I just make do with that one for now. I also used all of the new base game update doors and windows around most of the house, but like I mentioned earlier, I'm gonna go in and add shutters soon. So I used the Horse Ranch shutters on these, and basically I painted the whole house pink, and then I used yellow shutters for the exterior. So we kind of have this like cute pink and yellow color scheme. The landscaping is kind of cute in pink and yellow. So it sort of has like a strawberry lemonade type of vibe with the colors, and I really liked that about it. If I was brave, I would have this in real life. I mean, it's not reasonable to paint your house, obviously. Like, my house is fine. There's no point to spend all that money painting it again, but if I was brave, I would have a cutesy pink little house with yellow accents. I have always been obsessed with the idea of a yellow front door. Like, forever, I love the idea of a pastel yellow front door. I did give that to these Sims. Right now it's white, but we'll change it to be yellow eventually. I also have these kind of cute little planter boxes, so you can kind of see the color scheme taking shape a bit more right now. I also used the little shingle wallpaper from Cats and Dogs to put across the top. Oh, and I changed the foundation to not be brick. Oh, I'm glad I did that. I was looking at that and I was like, oh, it looks kind of bad with the brick. But I wasn't gonna say anything because I thought I left it. Okay, good. I used the Growing Together foundation instead. That looks better. The gray looks better. We really need some more foundations. It's getting bad. We need to have more foundations that match wallpapers. I feel like every pack needs to have a foundation, or maybe even two. And they need to do a big base game foundation update as well. It's desperate times now. The Sims 4 is really struggling in that department. Okay, well now you can really kind of visualize how the exterior is gonna look. I'm going in and adding the landscaping next. Classic Simsy landscaping. Start with the low-lying flowers. I put some big bushes in, and then I kind of like piled in some cute different colors of flowers. I never know how to narrate this anymore because I always do the same method with landscaping in The Sims 4. Although in this case, there was one small difference because I put a tree kind of like right in the middle of the house. I was trying to get some more height there with the plants, so I used one of those little trees, and then I went in and added those like same weird plastic looking bushes from The Sims 4, then yellow flowers, and then lastly some pretty pink flowers. I don't know if you can hear this, but my cat is currently snoring under a little cat tree right next to me. She's like laying upside down and snoring. Oh, to be a cat just asleep on like a little sunspot on her cat tree. I am jealous of this one. Ooh, I forgot I added sunflowers. Sorry. Sometimes I watch these back and I'm like, oh, wait a minute. Because obviously I remember doing the build, but there's always like little things that I kind of forgot I had done. The sunflowers are a nice touch. Good job, Kayla. I like it. It's very colorful and bright. I'm a fan. Anyway, I have a cat update for you, but not about this one. The one who's in my room is Snap. This is my like elderly cat with all the problems. She's the one I bring up most often on my YouTube videos just because there's always something going on. Like, she's been at the vet literally every 2 weeks for like 3 months now, by the way. It's fine, she's good, but she's got stuff going on, she's old, so. The cat update today instead is about Shrimp, who is one of the 2 kittens that I found in a sewer a couple years ago. And like, warning, this is kind of gross, but he drooled into my mouth this morning. He has drooled on my face 3 times in the past couple of months. Each time it's been in the morning when he like wants me to get up and go feed him. So he's like standing on my chest, and he's really cuddly, this cat. Like, he sleeps on the bed all night. He's so cute. It's adorable. But he also drools sometimes, which is fine. It's just not so fine when he's standing on top of me, staring down at me, and then drool drips down out of his mouth and onto my face. It didn't really go into my mouth. It kind of just got like on my lip, but I was talking. So it's so gross. It's so gross. And it's like so much water too. It literally feels like he just spit on me. Like he had his mouth full of water and then he just spit it out on me. And this has happened 3 times. I have never in my life had a cat that drools like this. Snap doesn't do that. My other kitten, his sister, doesn't do that. It's just him. And it only happens to me. He doesn't drool on Dan. It's only on me. And you know what? Maybe he has the right idea because it is an effective way to get me up. Each time it's happened, I like jolt out of bed and run to the bathroom to wash my face. So maybe it's working. I don't know, but it's gross is what it is. Anyway, we're actually furnishing the interior of the house now, so let's talk about this. Obviously starting with the kitchen because of the kitchen clutter kit. So we kind of laid out the whole thing first. I used that new table thing, almost like a fake island in the middle of the room. We have some open shelving next to the fridge. I put like pantry stuff on top of it. I used the new fridge and the sink, both from the clutter kit. And I just have base game counters around the whole room in here. I'm realizing that I've been using this yellow swatch of these counters way too much recently. I have put this in so many builds recently, but the yellow is just too good to pass up. The other big thing is that this kit has a fake backsplash. It's not a tile, like not a wallpaper. It's a tile item, sort of like a wall decal that you can put around the room. I like the idea of this most of the time. Sometimes it can be troubling because sometimes the windows are too small. In this case, it's fine because the windows I'm using fill up a whole tile, but if a window is like a little bit skinnier than a whole tile, like most of the base game windows are, you can't really use this in there because it doesn't like butt up against the window properly, so it doesn't fill in the whole wall. So there are circumstances where these fake tiles don't work, but we have a couple of them now, and it is nice to have more options of them. So I used that backsplash around the room. I also kind of struggle with it not going all the way up underneath the cabinet where the stove goes. So I put a shelf there and put like an open shelf above the stove instead. But I'll show you the kitchen a little bit more in detail once we get to the tour at the end of the video, because for now we're moving upstairs to start working on decorating the bedrooms. So I did cut some parts out of this. I cut out the bathrooms and also the hallway stuff because the video was so long. Like I was saying, I was building so slow this time, and like a lot of it was just, I would put an item and then stare at my donations page just like in awe and thank people and then like not build. And then I would go back and like put one more item and it wasn't good. So I cut out some of those parts that were like a little bit too much, but it's okay because again, I'll show you a tour at the end of the video. This room, this first upstairs bedroom, becomes like kind of a cute little nursery room for a baby. This wallpaper, by the way, is from the pastel pop kit. I know, it is so cute. I try to use it sparingly because it's one of my favorites in the whole game. And if I let myself, I would put it in every single build. It's like that one and the cottage living wallpaper that has the cute little animals on it. They are dangerous for me. I will put those everywhere. But I used a lot of wallpaper in this house upstairs. This next room is gonna be kind of like a teen's bedroom, and the walls in here are from Businesses and Hobbies. This wallpaper is like the perfect color scheme for this house. It has the exact colors that we are using with the pink, the yellow, and the blue. So I tried to use that in here. I also put the horse ranch bed, which I don't think I've ever used before with this wallpaper, but it kind of works. It has like the right sort of pastel shades. That's a Love Struck little scalloped rug that I put in. And then I have a desk in the corner so we can have a computer and stuff. I kind of tried to make this room sort of crafty. So I gave the sim like some artsy stuff in here. I really, really like this stuff from Nifty Knitting also, and it kind of matches the vibes perfectly as well with like the colorful little pastel pops of color. So I put some knitting stuff in here because I don't use that as often either as I probably should. And that's pretty much the main layout of this room aside from just some extra clutter that I added in. This is the kind of room that I would have just killed to have when I was in high school. Like, could you imagine this beautiful wallpaper? I would put this up in my real life house right now. My bathroom downstairs has a yellow cabinet. We painted the like sink cabinet yellow, and all I can think of is how cute it would be to have this wallpaper in that bathroom and all the rest of the walls. I haven't done anything else to that room yet. It's just like the sink is cute and I have like, you know, a cute towel and stuff, but I want to like put something nice on the walls later, maybe paint them or something. But wallpaper is the dream, and that wallpaper is the dream. I want to try and find something like that. It would literally match perfectly. It's like the exact shade of yellow even. Honestly, the kitchen is kind of like the exact shade of yellow. I've told this story before, but I'll say it again because it's so ridiculous. When we first moved into the house, we had like just painted this cabinet, right? We're like just moving in, setting everything up. There was an exterminator that came to the house like the first week we were living there. He comes in, you know, he's doing his job, whatever. Then he's like, oh, can I use your bathroom? We direct him to the bathroom downstairs. He comes out of the bathroom and he's like, geez, old owners did that? Like talking about the yellow cabinet? He was like, yikes, they made a weird choice in that bathroom. And it was us. We had like just painted it yellow. And we kind of just agreed like, haha, yeah, can you believe that? But like, actually it was me. I didn't want to make him feel bad. And like, I don't mind. I understand that a bright yellow cabinet isn't really for everybody, but I like it. I think it's cute. We don't have a lot of wacky paint colors in the house, but we do have a lot of color in the house. The other like big one that is probably the most bold is our guest room is like kind of bright pink. And when the painters were doing it, I overheard the painter telling my dad like, God, it looks like Pepto-Bismol in here, which Pepto-Bismol is like a stomach medicine, which is a bubblegum pink color. And the bedroom is not a bubblegum pink color, okay? It's a nice like dusty rose color. It's nice in there. It's not horrifying. It's not Pepto-Bismol pink, but I can see why painting a room, you know, a bright pink could be a little bit jarring, I guess. Whatever. Especially because the rest of the house is white. But it's nice. It looks cute in there. Anyway, sorry. Back to the real build for a second. I'm adding in some little details to the living room now. We've added like the whole living room space with the TV in front of the windows. We've got a piano in the corner. And then in this back corner behind the dining table, I wanted to put some built-ins or something. And I ended up putting in a bar in this area because I like to have bars for my Sims to use. And then I could put more of the kitchen clutter because I had more cabinetry. So we have the bar, we have the backsplash, and then some more little cutesy kitchen things. I even used like the mug rack and stuff from the pack so that we could have like a coffee and tea sort of bar area. It did make it a little bit tight over here. Like I had to remove one of the dining chairs and scoot the table back, but I think it was worth it because it's kind of cute. The other cute thing in here is that little ladder with the plants on it. That is from the backyard stuff pack, and I never use that thing. I kind of forget that it even exists, but it is so adorable and it's got the cutest swatches. So I need to remember to use that more. I even made a whole video building with just the backyard stuff pack, and I was going on and on about how cute that is and how I should use it more, and then guess what? I haven't been using it, but I used it here. I put it in here. Funnily enough, we actually just got another cute ladder item. It's not a ladder with plants, but it's a ladder with like cute little bedroom clutter from the Artist Studio kit. It's just a big ladder with books on it, like a ladder bookshelf, but it's so adorable. I'm looking out the window, like those sliding glass doors, and I'm realizing that I think I cut out the entire backyard. I didn't show you me adding the pool at all, so we're gonna have a lot to talk about when we get to the tour of this place, but bear with me, okay? It's been a really weird week. I've had a lot going on. I'm like barely getting by. The past few days, I have kind of felt like I was drowning just a little bit, but I think I'm coming out of it. It's been a hard beginning of the month because of everything going on, but now I've kind of adjusted a little bit better, so I think we're gonna be okay. But, oh, this video is like all over the place. I'm just doing some finishing touches now in this living space, like going back in and adding extra clutter because we did all the furniture first, but now we need to go back and actually clutter it up because we're trying to make it a clutter kit build. So I added a few things from my kit as well, like the open book. I was thinking that the food candle from my kit also would work really well in here. So I used it twice, in the kitchen and also on top of the piano. By the front door, I put a little side table with like a mirror and some cute clutter on top of it. We're gonna add in like an umbrella stand and all of those sorts of classic things. I think I also used the Everyday Clutter decor. I really like from Everyday Clutter, there's like that little hook item that has like mail slots and the keys hanging from it. So I like to use that in places like this too. That plant by the front door is also kind of like a sneakily really good plant. It's from For Rent, and it's got a ton of cute pastel swatches like the pastel pink that I just used. And then this last room we're going on to do, you can see I kind of skip past the rest of the hallway. I have a rat in the hallway and also a chess table. I considered putting a desk in that hallway. I think I told you I did earlier, but I lied. I had a desk there, deleted it and replaced it with chess because I'm gonna put a desk inside of this bedroom instead. But this will be the primary bedroom. So we've got a nice big bed. It's kind of got like a cute pink and blue color scheme. I used the rug from my kit in here, and that's the Businesses and Hobbies bed. And then I also put a really big cat tree in here. Basically, I built my dream house. Everything I've added, I'm like, yep, I would want this in real life. Giant cat tree in the bedroom, have it in real life. Although mine is not pink. It's hard to get your hands on cat trees that are actually really cute. I have one cat tree that has like little flowers on it, but it's hard to find ones that are cute and big and sturdy. Most of the time, they're just like the one I have in here that's like beige carpet, you know? I mean, don't get me wrong, the Sims ones are ugly too, but at least that one is pastel pink. I do have a litter box, don't worry. I put the litter box inside the laundry room, so I'll show you that in the tour. And we have a hamper in this bedroom, so you can use it to do your laundry. Sometimes I'll put hampers exclusively inside of the laundry room. Other times I'll put it in a bedroom that is nearby to the laundry room. In this case, there's just one hamper and it's in that room and that's it. And that is also pretty much the entire build complete. So I know I've cut out a few things. I haven't shown you the full process, so I'm gonna go back into the game and give you a tour of the finished build. As a reminder, we built it here on Bargain Bend in Willow Creek. Uh-oh. No, don't crash. I hate this game. Okay, so you're looking for Pastel Family House on the gallery. It's 108,000 simoleons, and it uses way too many packs. Like, this is embarrassing. I need to do some money cheats real quick so we can afford to buy it. All right, and this is what the finished product looks like. So I added a couple of things to the front, like some little clutter around the plants. We've got a telescope so your Sims can die. We've got a little walkway up to the porch with the gnomes and like this super cute rocking chair. And then when you come inside the house, this is what the entryway looks like. I have things like a burglar alarm, umbrellas, you know, some clutter around here. This is a mouse hole. I did that because we have this character called the Money Mouse in my fundraiser. He demands your money. So I put the Money Mouse in the build. Straight ahead, we have the staircase. Over to the right, you come into this big open living room space. Here is the living room itself. We've got like some pet toys and like the TV area. There's a piano with some cute clutter on top of it. We have a couple of automatic feeders for your cats. And then we have this cute dining room space with like the coffee maker, places to make drinks. You've got like your cookie jar. And then back here we have the kitchen, which I think is my favorite part. I really like the clutter in this kitchen. They kind of have their open pantry set up over here. We've got like them mid-packing their kids' lunch. They've got the cereal box out for breakfast. They were baking cookies on the table. I really like this little item with the oven mitts, so I put that there. They have like their grocery bag out unpacked. And then down this hallway further, we have like the downstairs hall bathroom that everybody can access. I tried to use different tile colors in all the bathrooms. So this one's kind of like a peachy colored bathroom. We have a little hallway with like more skill building and a rat, because Money Mouse. This is the laundry room. It's kind of got this like blue color going, plus the litter box in here. And then this is that primary bedroom we just furnished. So they have this sort of layout, plus an ensuite bathroom for them. And then if you go upstairs, we have a teeny tiny, very colorful little hallway, another bathroom that is a really weird shape, but I think it kind of works. I like tucked away the shower back here, and I did play test this, so it fits fine. Your Sim can get past it and everything. Then we have this little baby's room in here. And then lastly, I think my favorite room is the teens bedroom with all their artsy stuff put up. If you go downstairs and outside, we have another chess table on the patio. There's a kind of cute round pool. We have like a little dining table. Oh no, there's a chocolate chip cookie plate. That's on the gallery. I'm so sorry. I usually check for that stuff and get rid of it, but I didn't notice that one. In my defense, it blends in pretty well. So from afar, it's hard to see. They can actually grab cookies from this cookie jar, by the way. That's how they got that. Look, you can even grab one. Ticket kiosk, inaccessible. It's not a business. What are you talking about? Also back here, we have like a kind of small garden space and some monkey bars. And then you can come in here to access the garage from like the side door. And this has a ton of skill building stuff. So you can do crafting of sculptures here. You can make pottery here. You can fix up the stove or the fridge. You can put up decorations. And then this is also a door that you can go through. And in the front yard, we have a fake car, a bike, a basketball hoop, and also some hopscotch. So we've got a ton of skill building stuff on this lot. And all in all, it's a pretty cute little pastel building. So hopefully you enjoyed this one. I really had fun building it. I am gonna wrap this video up right here though. I will link the stream and like the fundraiser and all of that down below. Thank you so much for watching. Stay tuned for my next video and I will see you all tomorrow. Okay, bye everybody. Pink and yellow just work so well together. The front of the house with the pastels is so cute. It is a really nice color combo.